And so I've got a Mercury-Venus connection in my chart, quite a few actually. But I think the most obvious one would be that Mercury is in the sign of Libra. And so the way that I communicate, I want the communication to sound beautiful, to be pleasing to the senses. I want people to enjoy listening to whatever I share using my voice. Um, hmm. Yeah, and I've got Venus in Cancer. Hmm. And it wasn't until this morning that I related. Hmm. It wasn't until this morning that I was remembering about how important my heart is. I was remembering about how it's not about someone else. I was remembering and really feeling the benefit of forgiveness because I, because I, I, I forgave someone, a teacher, who I felt had disappointed me. And the only way someone can disappoint someone else is if we project things onto them, if we want to take things from them. And that's what I wanted to do with this teacher. As I've said I have a history with teachers of always wanting to be their favorite, etc. And so, it's been several years and I just, had all this hurt emotions and not feelings, hurt emotions bottled up about this teacher. And I got the benefit, the fortune of I felt like I was being guided through the meditation to come to the conclusion, the closure of forgive, you know. And I was remembering about my mom in Kitchener and how it was through relearning to love, not to take mom for granted. Oh, she's mom, she's always there. But to really love her, right? She's an individual. She's not my mom. She's the soul. Um, and I was being reminded about that experience and how much benefit my heart received from that, and how I felt more love for myself. I felt happier about myself. I felt more worth and value for myself, all from kind of healing this relationship with my mom by seeing her as this is a soul. She doesn't owe me anything. Let me understand her. Let me learn about her. And I learned that we're so similar. I digress. But I was being reminded about this experience and how there's so much benefit. So why not just do the same thing again now? Feel that way about this soul, And somehow I was able to, I guess, to do that. I think forgiveness, especially for someone like me, I'm very flexible, a lot of water energy, very yin, I think, in a lot of ways. Forgiveness comes in waves for me. It comes in multiple understandings that flow through over and over again, over, I guess, some sort of span of time in my life until eventually it feels like the burden of whatever I was carrying related to a certain relationship, or that burden is gone. And I feel like I've taken the first step towards that possibility with this teacher, so I'm happy for it. So we're speaking about Mercury, Venus, and we're speaking about how giving love keeps me safe. So the whole giving love keeps me safe. Giving, Pisces, I've got a Pisces moon. Giving love, that's Venus. And I've got Venus in Cancer. Giving love keeps me safe. I guess the keeps would be the fixed energy. We could ascribe that to Taurus. And I've got Taurus in the second house, house of the voice. And Wait, is that true? No, I'm a Pisces rising by whole signs. And then I've got Aries. I got Taurus in the third house by whole signs. And I've got a little bit of Taurus in the first house, actually, with Placidus. And then, Taurus is starting off. Taurus is starting off the second house. So that was correct. So Taurus is that keeps energy through the communication, love through self-love. So there's that sort of constant flow of self-love. It's stable. It's calm. And I feel connected to it. Giving love keeps me safe. Safety. That's Cancer. That's Venus in Cancer. And Gemini in the fourth house, but that's another, we'll get to that. And my Venus in Cancer is squaring Chiron, Mercury in the North Node in Libra. So that's how we get that Gemini Mercury kind of connection, with Mercury being in the 7th, sometimes 8th house, but it's squaring Venus. So there's a connection between Venus and Mercury. And then also with Mercury, Chiron, North Node being in the sign of Libra, which is ruled by Venus. And so this morning in meditation, when I was feeling about forgiveness, I was feeling about it, and I was feeling really good afterwards. I felt really good. I felt stable and calm. When I was feeling about this, that slogan came to mind about giving love keeps me safe, because I had entered the room with this sort of vision, perspective of others are doing things to hurt me, I feel ostracized, or I feel this or that. But I was seeing how my fear was coming through looking at others. So I was telling myself, I've got to keep on guard. I got to watch the others who are around me, because their actions are for hurting me. It's what I'm telling myself without saying the words. That's how my emotions were. It's how I was kind of feeling inside. It was all prickly and a little judgy, towards everyone around me. But when I settle in and I have that meditation experience, I was reminded of love and how beautiful and perfect love is. And before I even got to love, I was reminded of laughter. I kind of laughed at myself and how I was kind of being, a little petty. And that made way for love. And so I listened to the class after meditating, and everything was good. And then I got to see through, some information that was shared, that it, wasn't about me, that everyone's carrying so much. There's so much going on right now with the whole group, the whole collective. And it was cool to see. I got to see that, I wasn't the only one who was going through something. And I got to see that I was happy that I let go. I let go of that feeling earlier rather than later, because I didn't feel so bad. I just felt like, oh, now I understand, I didn't really feel like guilt over having that emotion initially, that reaction. I just felt proud of myself for being able to come out of it sooner, quicker, and remember the truth. And the truth always starts with love. And I think that's the case for me, because I have Mercury in Libra. So Mercury, Venus, those two interacting. I can't have learning, right? Learning is ruled by Mercury. It's one of the significations of Mercury, Gemini, Virgo. It's about learning and communication and community. I can't have learning, communication, community without love. I've got to give loving communication. If I want to learn something, I've got to be in a space of love, or else I won't understand. And that's something else that I find to be very cool. I won't understand if my heart's not on board. I won't understand if I can't feel. And it's as simple as that, I think. Even if I just can't feel, I can't learn. For a long time I thought learning is an intellectual pursuit. I might not have said it, but that was kind of my attitude, my disposition. And it's starting to shift now. I'm seeing that learning, if I really want something to stick with me, to stay with me, and be something that I call on time and time again, use in the situations in life, something that I use to navigate different situations in life, then the learning has to resonate with me on an emotional, rather feeling level. My heart has to take to it, and that's cool. That's a connection with Cancer, because Cancer is known for its incredible memory, but Cancer is also known for its love, its nurturing nature, its sweetness, right? Cancer's devotion to those whom Cancer loves, and it's Cancer's love which I guess is the protection for those around Cancer, and for Cancer herself.